Good morning, student. Today we are going to be take the science second chapter number first, classification of plant. Now, before taking the classification of plant, let's take the recap. Living organisms. Okay, we know we classified the living organism into the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, prokaryotic cell, it is a unicellular, is again classified as Monera. Eukaryotic again classified as a unicellular, multicellular. Okay, unicellular, Protista. Multicellular, again we classified the multicellular with cell wall and without cell wall. With cell wall, we again classify it as an autotroph on the mode of the nutrition. Okay, autotrophs. And another is your heterotroph. Now, autotroph, Plantia. The kingdom Plantia come under the autotrophs. Heterotrophs, fungi. Without cell wall, Animalia. You have already studied these 5 Whittaker's classification in your last standard in standard 8. Okay, that is a 5 kingdom classification which is proposed by Robert Whittaker in 1959. Now, in today we are going to be studying the classification of plant, that is the kingdom Plantia. The 5 kingdom, Monera, Protista, Plantia, fungi and Animalia. You have already learned Monera, Protista and fungi in your last standard. Okay, Plantia you are going to be studying in 9th standard and Animalia in 10th standard. Okay, so let's start with the classification of plants. Okay, now classification of plants. Which are the special cell organelles that differentiate plant cells from animal cells? Obviously, the presence of the chloroplast, cell wall, okay, differentiate the animal cell from plant cell. Okay, the plant cell bear the chloroplast, which bears the chlorophyll pigment, which is responsible for the photosynthesis and make the mode of nutrition of the plant cell. Okay, that is the autotroph. Now, come to the next basis for classification. While classifying the plant, okay, we consider the present and absence of the organ. The first organ that we consider for the presence or absence for the classification of plant. Number 1, conducting tissue for food and water. Whether the conducting tissue for food and water present or absent in particular plant. Okay, this is the first criteria for classification of plant. Second, whether the plant bears seed. Okay, the plant bear the seed or not. On the basis of that also we classify the plant. Third, presence of fruits and flowers. Whether the plant bears fruits or flowers. On the basis of that also we classified the plant. Fourth, cotyledons of seed. If the plant bear the seed, whether it's a having the cotyledon of seeds or not, that is a monocot or dicot. Okay, these are the some criteria that we consider while classifying the plant. Now, at the higher level of plant classification, different characteristics are considered for classification. For example, depending upon the absence or presence of flowers, fruits and seeds, plants are classified as the cryptogams and phanerogams. This is kingdom Plantia, which again classified into the 2 sub-kingdom, cryptogams and phanerogams. On what basis? On the presence of fruit, flower and seed. In cryptogam it is absent, but in phanerogram it is present, fruit, flower and seed. Now cryptogams again classified under the division of 3 division. Okay, first Thallophyta, Bryophyta, third Pteridophyta. Now phanerogams again classified on the basis of seed enclosed within a fruit or not. We classified phanerogams into gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm, the seeds are naked, that means it is not enclosed within a fruit. Angiosperm. In angiosperm, the seed enclosed within a fruit. Okay, that means it is a close into the fruit. Now, angiosperm. Angiosperm again classified into the whether the seed have two equal halves or not. That is monocotyledons or dicotyledons. Monocotyledons means seed does not have two equal halves. Okay, dicotyledons means two equal halves of the seed. Okay, these all are the classification of plant. Now we'll study this classification of plants one by one. The very first, cryptogams, the sub-kingdom. Cryptogams. Kingdom, plant या sub-kingdom, cryptogams. Search for a pot with a greenish water. Collect some of the green fibers from the water. Put the fibers in a petri dish and wash them clean with water. Put one of the fibers on a drop of water on a glass slide and spread it out. Put a cover slip over the slide. Observe under the compound microscope. What do you observe? Okay, in rainy season, mostly in rainy season, we observe the pond is covered with a greenish layer. ठीक है, ग्रीनिश लेयर पॉन्ड के ऊपर आ जाती है. जहाँ पर में हमको पानी दिखता है, वी ऑब्जर्व द ग्रीनिश लेयर. अगर हम उसको कलेक्ट करते हैं, उसको ऑब्जर्व करते हैं माइक्रोस्कोप में, तो हमको एक थ्रेडिंग लाइक जैसा स्ट्रक्चर देखने को मिलता है. ठीक है, और वो स्ट्रक्चर किसका होता है? स्पायरोगायरा का. ओके, तो सबसे पहला हम डिवीजन इसमें स्टडी करने वाले हैं, वो है हमारा फर्स्ट डिवीजन थैलोफाइटा. फाइटा, फाइटा का मतलब होता है प्लांट. ओके, फाइटा मीन्स प्लांट. नाउ थैलोफाइटा, दिस प्लांट ग्रो मेनली इन वाटर. कहां पर ग्रो करते हैं ये? वाटर में. ओके, फर्स्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है इनकी. सेकंड, they do not have specific parts, root, stem, leaf. ठीक है, कोई स्पेसिफिक पार्ट नहीं होता है इनका, रूट, स्टेम, लीफ, जैसा कि हम कंसीडर करते हैं कोई भी प्लांट्स का होना चाहिए. ओके, दैट इज इट डज नॉट हैव अपसेल. ओके, ग्रो इन वाटर, ग्रोइंग, वाटर ग्रोइंग, रूट, स्टेम, लीफ आर अपसेल, but still they are autotrophic, means they are bringing photosynthesis. That means they are having the chloroplast, chlorophyll pigment, that's why they do the photosynthesis, that's why their mode of nutrition is autotrophs. Now they are mainly unicellular or multicellular. ठीक है, दोनों भी होते हैं, यूनिसेलुलर भी होते हैं एंड मल्टीसेल्युलर भी होते हैं. ठीक है, रिप्रोडक्शन और सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन करते हैं. दे बियर द asexual reproduction might through the spore formation या फिर आपका रीजन फ्रेगमेंटेशन के थ्रू. एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं इसका. अब एग्जाम्पल कौन से थैलोफाइटा के? स्पायरोगायरा, अल्वा, यूलोथ्रिक्स. ठीक है, ये कुछ एग्जाम्पल है डिवीजन थैलोफाइटा. ठीक है, अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे स्पायरोगायरा, स्पायरोगायरा का हैविंग द सेल वॉल, न्यूक्लियस एंड पैरानॉइड स्ट्रक्चर. अनदर एग्जाम्पल, जनरली थैलोफाइटा बिलोंग्स टू द most of the any plant of this group of fungi. Okay, some of the non heterotroph fungi like yeast and molds also belong to the thallophyta. Next division, bryophyta. Now, most you have may seen the lush of green soft carpet on a old wall. bricks और rock, ठीक है। कभी हम जब कहीं रास्ते से गुजरते हैं या फिर हमारे घर में ही कभी कभी हमारे वॉल पर एक कुशन हमको दिखाई देता है ग्रीन कलर का, और जनरली किसको बिलोंग करता है, ये कौन से ग्रुप ऑफ डिवीजन को बिलोंग करता है, आपके ब्रायोफाइटा का। अब ये जनरली द ग्रुप ऑफ द प्लांट्स कॉल्ड एम्फीबियंस। ये कैसे है, एम्फीबियन है, मीन्स दे आर ग्रोइंग इन वाटर आल्सो एंड out of the water also. Okay, they are growing on moist soil. moist soil, गीली मिट्टी में ये पनपते हैं। ओके, उसके अलावा है मड वाटर में भी हमको देखने को मिलते हैं। जहाँ पर भी गीली सतह होंगी वहां पर हमको ये ब्रायोफाइटा के एग्जाम प्लांट्स देखने को मिलते हैं। अगेन ये क्या बियर करते हैं, स्पोर बियर करते हैं, ठीक है। इसलिए रिप्रोडक्शन कैसे करेंगे, स्पोर फॉर्मेशन के थ्रू उनका रिप्रोडक्शन होता है। कंप्लीट ट्रू रूट प्रेजेंट नहीं होते, ट्रू रूट आर एब्सेंट, बट इनको सपोर्ट किससे मिलता है, राइजोइड से मिलता है। ओके, एक हेयरी लाइक स्ट्रक्चर वो बियर करते हैं जिसकी वजह से वो सपोर्टली उस सतह पर या फिर सरफेस पर रह पाते हैं। ओके, उसके अलावा है फ्लैट रिबल लाइक टैप रूट्स, ठीक है। फ्लैट रिबल लाइक रूट्स, अगर वो रूट्स जो कि ट्रू रूट्स नहीं होते हैं, रूट्स वो बियर करते हैं। ओके, रिबल लाइक, बट they are not having the true roots, stem, leaves. Okay, वो बियर करते हैं। एग्जाम्पल है उसका Funaria, Merchantia. These are the example of the division second Bryophyta. Okay, now and generally they are thalloid and multicellular. Okay, this group of the plant is called the amphibians of the plant kingdom because they grow in moist soil but need water for reproduction. These plants are thalloid, multicellular and autotrophic. Again, they are bearing the chloroplast and chlorophyll pigment. That's why their mode of nutrition is autotroph, that is by doing the photosynthesis. They reproduce asexual by the spore formation. They are having the flat ribbon like a root, stem and leaves. The root are absent, that is the false root, which is present, that is a rhizoid for the support. Example, Funaria and Merchantia. Next, division Pteridophyta. Division third, Pteridophyta. Have you seen that the some ornamental plants we have already always observed at your home? Okay, and these plants belong to the division Pteridophyta. Okay, now the plant from this group have well developed root, stem and leaves and separate tissue for conduction of food and water, but they do not bear flower and fruits. And for the reproduction they have the spore which is formed along the back or posterior surface of their leaves. Okay, now let's write down the characteristic. Okay, they are having the tissue for conducting tissue are present. Okay, for food and water. They bear the root, stem, leaves. Okay. Second, they are absent of fruits and flowers. Next, they are bearing the spore, where on the posterior side of the leaf. लीव्स के पीछे ही उनके ऊपर क्या होते हैं, स्पोर लगे होते हैं, ठीक है, जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं इनके रिप्रोडक्शन के लिए। नाउ एग्जाम्पल नेफ्रोलेपिस, एग्जाम्पल फर्न, that is nephrolepis. Okay, these are the example of the division third Pteridophyta. Pteris, Adiantum, Equisetum, Selanginella, Lycopodium are other example of the Pteridophyta. Use your brain power. What is the similarity between the plants of the groups Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta, irrespective of differences in their body structure? Okay, if we do not consider the body structure, the similarity that we observe Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta, they reproduce by the asexual reproduction, that is by spore formation. Okay, cryptogams, all these plants reproduce by spore formation and they are having the hidden reproductive organs. That's why cryptos means hidden, gams means reproductive organs. Okay, now let's come to the next subkingdom, phanerogams. Phanerogram plants which have the special structure for reproduction and produce the seeds are called phanerogams. Means they are having presence of the well-defined reproductive organs. In these plants, after the process of reproduction, seeds are formed which contain the embryo and sac of embryo, that is endosperm. Okay, endosperm provide the nutrition to the embryo. Depending upon whether the seeds are enclosed on fruit or not, we divide the phanerograms in two divisions, that is gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnos means neck, sperm means seed, means neck seed, which means that it do not have the cover. Okay, now let's see the characteristic of the gymnosperm. First, it is an evergreen, perennial and woody in nature, having the well-defined structure of wood, stem, leaves and root. Second, it bears the male and female flower on both on one plant. Third, seed do not have the natural covering, that's why it is called the gymnosperm. Example, Cycas pinus. It also do not have the branches. Okay, this plant bear the male and female flower. Again, the different spore at the different sporophyte. Seed of this plant do not have the natural coverings. This plant do not form the fruits. Okay, this plant do not form any fruits. Now come to the next division, second, angiosperm. Angiosperm having the flower and bear the reproductive organs which develop into the fruit and seed. Seeds are covered. That's why it is called angio. Angio means cover, sperm means seed. It having the cover on the seed. Seeds are covered. Angiosperm again divided into the dicot and monocot. Have you seen the number of seeds at your home? Like your mustard, tamarind, corn, beans, groundnut and mango. Okay, when you cut the seeds into two halves, it is known as dicot. And if you do not cut if you can't cut the seeds into two half, equal half, it is called the monocot. That is having the dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Okay. Now, difference between the dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Okay. Seed. The seed present in dicotyledon plants having the two cotyledons, seed bears. Monocotyledons plant, the seed bear only the single cotyledons. Root. The roots are well developed primary root. You can take the example of the tree mango. Second, monocotyledons, the fibrous roots are present. You can take the example of the monocotyledons maize having the fibrous root. Stem. Stem are strong and hard. Where in monocotyledons plant stems are hollow, for example bamboo. False. Sometimes false, you can take the example of banana, or sometimes disc-like roots. Stems are present. That is example onion. Okay. Now leaf. Leaf perform reticulate venation in dicotyledon plant, and in monocotyledon it perform the parallel venation. Flower. Flower having the 4 or 5 part, that is a tetramerous or pentamerous. In monocotyledon it having the 3 parts, that is a trimerous, means having the 4 or 5 petals, and it having the only the 3 petals. Up to that, now we conclude the chapter. Okay, what we have seen? Kingdom Plantia. Kingdom Plantia, we classify Kingdom Plantia on the basis of presence of the true reproductive organ, cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams again classified division Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Phanerogams, we classified the phanerogams into the gymnosperm and angiosperm. Then angiosperm again classified dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Okay, students, I hope you all have understood this chapter. Thank you.